Hi everybody. I finished my April journal challenge for Dear Julie Julie's channel, and I wanted to do a quick walkthrough, well, as quick as I can. I have my notes over here to kind of tell what's what. We had to do pages for A through Z and embellishments A through Z on book pages. So this was pretty challenging, but it was fun. So here we go. This is my cover. There's my ribbon that I get from MyScrapCabinShop. I will link them below. This is Dear Julie digital. We could do any cover we wanted. We didn't have to put one of her digitals on the front this time, but I did because the basic theme of this journal is roses. And the name of it is a rose for every season, or a rose. I have it back here somewhere. We'll get to it. Anyway, it's about roses. So here's the inside. And okay, so this was a library pocket that I made for Elle. I was having a hard time finding, well, no, I did ledger. What was this for? You know, now I'm going to forget. Anyway, there's a library card I made for an embellishment. But I think this is what I was making for that. Okay, one of the papers we needed to do was stamping. No. This was for my letter wrapping paper, W. So I did a video on this stamping on wrapping paper, or this Amazon or Walmart paper that you get, the brown paper. So I took one of those papers, and that's one of my pages. So this is my wrapping, my W. Okay. This page here is for my I think it's for mica spray. Where is it? Yeah, mica spray, butterfly, bling. This was a page that I had done also for another journal for bubble pages. You can't really see the bubbles on here, but you can see the mica spray. And so that's what I'm using for my letter M. On the other side, we had to look for the letter X. I'm like, what am I going to use for that? And she said if we couldn't do a page for the letter, we could do an embellishment on it. And this is a picture. I looked up the letters for X, or the words for X. This is a xylometer. I have no idea what it's for. It has all these numbers and graphs on it, so I made a pocket out of it. And this is one of my tags that I made from the book page for my embellishments. And I won't go through all those right now because I did these for Dear Julie's channel. But anyway, yeah, this is a vellum page. belly band tag. Belly band on this side because you can't see it. And this is something I had in my stash that I'd made a long time ago, and I thought it was really cute. I'm trying to get rid of my stash too. So it has little pockets in it, so you can put little tags or notes in here. So I just put that in there. I need to make a bunch more tags and journal cards to go in here because I made a ton of pockets. This was, I did for belly band for my page. And this was planner, P for planner, B for belly band. For K, I made a little kite. And yeah, I thought that turned out pretty cute. And then I made it so that you could tuck something in here or on either side. Okay, there's the middle of the signature. I haven't put any charms in here yet. This is for my T page, transparent tape, and I have some washi tape that makes scenes. It's really cool washi tape, and I will try to remember to put it in the description box below, but it comes from All in Create. And I have several, and I haven't used them very much. And they're just really cool. And I thought, okay, I'll use that for transparent tape or washi tape. Put a scripture on here. Vellum. I printed on a piece of vellum. There's a little trick to that because my printer won't accept the vellum. Just goes right through, and it won't print on it. I have to tape it on a piece of plain copy paper with about this much margin on the top, and I put little pieces of tape across the top and make sure it's down really well. And then I turn it so I put this side into my printer, and then it will print. You lose part of each end, but that's okay. This page was that I did for embossing. So I just embossed on this. And this is a little envelope I made with with a book page as an embellishment. So just put that in there. For H, I did hymnal, and I took a page out of an old hymnal and glued on here. I have a cross paper clip somebody gave me. And yeah, made a cute page, made a pocket out of it, so I need to make. And this, I thought, turned out so cute. This is for my letter Q for quilt. And so I made it look like, you know, part of a quilt. And put this on here to make a little tuck spot. Don't know if I can remember all these pages. This is an embellishment I made. The edge, page edge. I think that, I don't remember what that was for. It's another embellishment I made. It's a tuck spot, and it's mounted on a page. I also made, I kind of misunderstood at the beginning and thought we could use pieces of book page to do stuff, and it had to be, the base of it had to be on a book page. So I just mounted it on a book page. I'd already done that. This is a piece of packaging, so I just left it. I thought that was so cute. And then added these things. And I made this tag for my yellow, for Y. I made a yellow tag. And this is what is the name of my journal, A Rose for Every Purpose. And I just cut this out of the magazine that the roses came out of. There are a lot of my photos of the roses. This is a little text spot I made using old lace for O. That's the embellishment. This is where my two signatures are glued together. Made a embellishment. This is a pocket. Can't remember. This might have been for G, for gold. Used a gold pin. This is my K page using a key. This is a glycine bag. I use this for G. Then I put a belly band on here to cover, you know, the writing that comes on it, and some washi tape and stamped on it. So I need a big tag in here and another tag. We don't have to fill everything, but I will probably end up selling this, so I don't like to leave pockets and stuff empty. So I will fill it up with tags and stuff. There's another pocket I made here. This was the page that I used for umber. I just used a page of piece of umber cardstock. And then this was another a pocket I made, and I put a piece of wrinkled paper, and this was for my W, for my embellishment, and I just took a piece of paper, Walmart paper, wrinkle it up really good, smush it up really good, and then unfold it, and then you run your ink over the top of it, and that gives it a really cool effect. This was my C page calendar. I took a page out of the calendar and I cut the bottom off, glued it on the front here for pocket. And on the back I covered with a napkin, and that I used for my N, the letter N. And this was for my letter B. I made burlap belly band. Burlap is what I used. You know, my cat's in here wanting my attention. So this is another embellishment that I made, a journal card. And this was my atlas page. So I took a piece of atlas and made a pocket out of it. This is another embellishment I made, a journal card out of a window envelope. This is something I had in my stash already. I added this to the back. And I used this envelope. This is for envelope, and turned it inside out. I like doing that. Use the pretty side out. And then I made this tag, umber tag. And this is ledger, my ledger page. And I put a text spot in here, and then this is one of the journal cards that I made from music. So I used that for my M for the embellishment. Let's put that in there. This is the middle of this signature. And I left the string in both of them because I'm not sure where I'm going to put my charms. So in here I made a map out of out of book page. Made it kind of like a little booklet. Covered the inside with writing paper. Put a Dear Julie, Julie digital on the back, and then just put that little decoration on the front. Put that in there. And then this was my vellum embellishment. And originally I had made it into a journaling card, but then found out we had to put it on book page, so I made it into like a little booklet. Okay. And this is my page I did for stamping. So I took one of my stamps and I just stamped on the back of this ledger page and made a little tiny pocket here. So you can put, you know, a little something in there. There's the other half of that envelope. And this is a journaling card that I made. And this one was torn paper. There's torn paper pieces back there. And then I put a little decoration on the top. And that was for tea. Another pocket I made, and this was for napkin. And a journaling card I made, and this was for inking, for I. This page I did for foiling. So I did some of my gold foiling on here, and then I inked some of the page up too. And then made a little tuck spot over here. It's the other side of that napkin page. And this is the page that I decorated. That's the other side of the calendar. It was such a beautiful calendar page. And this is the other part of that umber page, and I made a Z or a Zorro. We call it a Zorro. I make it into a pocket. So I've got a pocket here. I could have glued it so you could put a pocket back there, but I just put a pocket here and a pocket here. So I need to make stuff to put in there. This was my yellow page. That was for Y. So I took all these beautiful photos out of the Rose magazine. Cut out Julie's butterfly, put on there yellow washi tape. I thought that turned out really cute. And this was for D for doily, and I took a larger size doily and folded it and made a pocket out of it. And for Z, I used these stamps from Mindless Crafting. They kind of look like Zentangle. So I colored in some of them, and I'm calling this my Zentangle page for Z. And I have this postcard that I just put in there. And I did a hidden, this was an embellishment. I made a hidden paper clip. I had this, and I mounted it to page, and then put this on the back. So it made a pretty hidden paper clip. And then on my last page for X, I found some photos of xylophones, some free photos, and just printed that off and made a pocket with that picture. Okay, so there is my challenge journal for April, ABC's challenge journal for Dear Julie Julie. I hope you liked that, and I will probably be putting this in my Etsy shop. So you can be looking for that in the next couple days. I have to finish making some tags and journal cards to finish it out, but there it is. Let me know what you think. Thanks for coming and visiting. Press the like button and please make me a comment. I will answer. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.